Hello again and welcome back to my booktube. A lot of you wanted to see another book tour, so I shall do that for you today. My book collection has grown a lot since my last video, which would have been about March 2016. But my storage space hasn't grown at all, so there are just stacks and stacks of books everywhere. I will do it in different sections of my room, so I try to limit the amount of clutter that you guys see, which there is a lot of clutter around. So without further ado, I shall start with my desk. So this is my desk area where I sit most of the time, where I do my writing for my book and my blogging. I sit where I do book reviews and watch dog videos on YouTube. But that's my thesaurus up there, and my dictionary, which I use sometimes if I can't really think of a word. This is a book stack that my friend lent me. I have read everything there, and that is just waiting for her to come and collect. My book from when I went to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which can't fit on my Harry Potter shelf, so that's currently there. All my notebooks, and if I swivel around on the chair, these are my books for when I'm writing, so 500 words you should know, lost words, some educational books, and this books that I've read, which I only really use for the lists in the back. If I go down a little bit, I'm trying to limit the amount of movement, but that's apparently not working very well. Get my torch on my phone. Down here is a collection of Agatha Christie books. I wanted to keep them all together, and this is the only place they really fit. I met an elderly couple at the bus stop. We started talking about books. They then said they had Agatha Christie books which they were going to give to a charity shop, but would rather know they go to a good home. Next thing you know, a couple of hours later, they've dropped round my house and they've bought the whole collection in some carry bags, and I got them for free, so can't really complain there. So to the next section. So this is the other side of my desk. This is a stack of hardbacks which don't fit on any other shelf that I have, so haven't read them all there. Game of Thrones collection just about fit in there. My room is a case of fit things where you can. A couple of mini books which I have been reading currently, which should go. You hear a lot of that noise, I apologise. Focus. Yeah. These are miniature books which I find very cute, and they fit on there perfectly. So got books down the side, and my little book case. My dad built this to fit perfectly in that section round my desk because I had so many books. I have a whole Sherlock shelf. So you've got different ones from like with BBC covers, How to Think Like Sherlock, whole Sherlock Holmes collection, a couple of Sherlock inspired books, young Sherlock Holmes, and then down here, and then you're met by a nice neat stack of books which I got for Christmas. Some Harry Potter books down there which don't fit on my Harry Potter shelf. If I just swivel around slightly, there is a book stack. If I just focus it, which are currently waiting for more shelves to be built or for me to rearrange my shelves so that things can fit on there. If I move to the next section, so we are currently sitting on my bed, and these are probably my favourite shelves. So you've got my Batman comic collection there, my absolute favourite series, Skullduggery Pleasant, plus Derek Landy's new series, Demon Road. Honestly, I cannot wait for the new Skullduggery Pleasant books. when I found out that he was doing, well, he was carrying on the series, I literally like yelled. I was like, yeah! I was so happy. And my Harry Potter shelf, which if we just zoom out a bit, because there's not many books on there. I've got the library collection, Cursed Child, Fantastic Beasts, and then the Harry Potter books. But this has got to be my favourite shelf. The illustrated. When the third one comes out, I don't know where I'm going to put that. And then if we move over a little bit, these are the books that I'm annotating in and highlighting separate bits. And then I've got the Quidditch balls and Trivia Pursuit. If we just swerve over, you can see my main bookcase. And I will go down there now and show you what that's all about. So this is my main bookcase, which I try to keep as neat as possible. You got my LGBTQIA collection, which I am trying to grow. There are a couple books missing off of this because my best friend has borrowed them. Go across. Again, you'll probably notice a couple missing. I try to keep books by the same author together, but doesn't always work. I really want to do Rainbow, but at the same time, I can't bring myself to split up like this series here. Move up. Going across. And my Woolworth Classics. I always say this every time someone asks about them or I talk about them. These are really cheap. They're made for students, which means the font's small and there's not many pages because they try to condense it down. But it includes notes at the front and the back of the books. So it's always really good if you have to use one for school. So they're really cheap as well, which is brilliant. And then you've got this shelf. Again, books missing, you can see. And my Stephen King collection. If I just shuffle around these carrier bags. A couple books up there, which are massive and can't fit anywhere. Space. And then again, more books on my windowsill. Which are... again, don't really fit anywhere. The whole series of unfortunate events. I think that pretty much covers that. So, if I go back to my desk. So that sums up my whole book collection. Let me know if there's any favourites. If you see any book that you really love, tell me and we can talk about it. My to be read list is about 100 or so books, so a lot of books in my collection that I haven't read. There are some that I haven't been able to get into, like the Hunger Games I tried to read last year. Fortunately, I couldn't get into the book. About 15 pages in, I was finding myself dragging myself through it. So I had to give up, and I think that is the only book that I've given up on because it was just so painful to get through. I will give it another go in the future. Yeah, if you think there's any books that I should add to my to be read list, let me know and I will add it onto my wish list because my birthday is coming up soon. So I will probably get books for my birthday, and what a better way than to get to read more books. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that I should add, so for now I'll say until next time.